This is approximately where my mother's body was found, the side of the road here, on this particular strip of Highway 50. According to the guy she was with that morning, they were driving down this road and somehow she managed to fall out of his vehicle. You know, that story, of course, sounded kind of suspicious to us, you know, especially when you consider that this guy had basically stalked her on and off for something like 12 years. So my grandfather hired private investigators to look into it, and he found out that the guy she was with was a drug informant working for Lowndes County. So he, you know, if he needed to get away with something, he certainly had the connections. But we believe that she was murdered down at the campgrounds and dumped here. Another thing that was kind of suspicious is that there was a large red stain on the seat of his truck that was written off in the police report as a paint stain. But one of the officers later contacted my grandfather and said, you know, don't let anyone ever tell you that was red paint. You know, that was blood. That and there was skin and blood under her fingernails. You know, there were signs of a struggle. There'd been some type of struggle.
Michael Shane Ballard ghosted us 18 years ago today. Musician, filmmaker, pop cultural sponge, an empathetic enthusiast of serial killers, an avid collector of girl group records. One of the last things he did was run for sheriff of his hometown.
Hi, I'm Shane Ballard. Oh, I'm Shane Ballard, by the way. I'm running for sheriff of Lowndes County.
Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Well, sir,
Hi.
what's going on?
How are you doing? I'm just coming here to introduce myself. My name's Shane Ballard. I'm a candidate for Lowndes County Sheriff.
Oh, you are?
Yes, ma'am. Just coming around here to introduce myself and ask for your vote on August 5th.
Okay.
All right.
It's no surprise that
August 5th.
every creative person that got around Shane thought of some way to exploit him. And exploitation there was. From Ron Tibbett's final film, Citizen Shane, a documentary of Ballard's life, to Joe Castro's nightmarish Terror Toons 2, Shane Ballard, for a brief moment, was everywhere.
And I love Shane. I think he was a great guy. He's very interesting, and I really like him a lot. But I think at the end of the day that there's a really disturbed individual there.
I like to record here because the tiles have kind of a nice acoustic effect.
Who says you can't run a successful business out of your home?
Obsessed with the final exit, Shane Ballard alleged that he had accomplished all there was to do.
But what are you gonna do?
Well, I suppose I'll kill myself.
Well, I'll miss you. It's a shame things had to turn out this way.
Who are you? I'm Shane Ballard. I'm running for sheriff of Lowndes County. I plan to right all the wrongs that led to your tragic suicide attempt. Unlike some people. My hero.
We could do whatever we want to do and be whatever we want to be.
You did say that.
Yeah, I said it, so what?
He gets dismissed as crazy, of course, by everyone, but I think the man's quite sane and and has a lot of fascinating things to say.
Would I, could I, should I tell? I tell myself I am my own heaven and my own hell. That's what I got so far.
That is fucking beautiful, man.
Well, it sounds good when you get it going. When
yeah.
I'm in the wrong key, but
Shane is probably most famous for his friendship with Charles Manson, and those who actually knew him miss him every day.
My name is Peter, he said to the policeman. That's fine, said the policeman. And where do you live? I live on Maple Street, said Peter. I know exactly where that is, said the policeman. And he really did, because policemen know where all the streets are.